Okay, Jeff, smile for the camera. We're out here floundering around.
Oh, shit.
Shit. Yeah. If you want to take the front.
Huh?
Okay, that was on the tractor.
Yeah.
Oh, and he swallowed it. Okay, this is what, the 23rd of September? And we're fishing the aftermath of Hurricane Florence and testing out the tractor, the buzzbait blade with a little clicker, so we get flash and noise and sometimes catch fish with it. So we'll see if we get some action here today.
What are you talking about? Well, we'll get a picture of that flounder with it. Hopefully we'll have some more to put in with it.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether to slow the presentation down or not, but you kind of achieve both of it by doing the lift. This is what Herman Losser does. Now he'll bring it up and then let it fall, you know, and then get the visibility, and then that gets that clicker going on the blade. The idea of the tractor is the buzzbait blade will turn and you get flash. And I got prism on it, so it's not just the aluminum, it gives a little extra flash. And I think that bead is just a plastic bead, is enough to make the noise that you need, because you know it doesn't take much underwater to make noise. It really, you know how when you're skin diving you can hear any little thing. So, and I don't want to.
Time for that fish to find it to come over there and hit it. When they hear that clacking, they're gonna come to it.
Yeah, that's the idea. And I'm hesitant to use something like a brass bead because it can prevent the blade from turning. And so it's got to be just enough to click, but not too much. Otherwise, it'll hold that blade. So it seems to be working okay. Because you know I can run it right here and see. You know it doesn't take much, and that was it.
The blade works. I mean, it really works well. I'm surprised at how well it plays.
It's so much better than the spinner blade, which is what I first started with. But spinner blade is not positive. In other words, you're not guaranteed that it's going to turn. But the buzzbait blade does, because it's got that curve on both sides of the wings. So you just barely move it and you got flash. And flash is what you got to have. That's why I like being a flasher. Oh, that might have been a crab, huh?
Did he swallow that one?
Yep.
They hungry then. I know that little trout, I mean, he hit it on the run.
Boy, when Benny and I were fishing here, we really had some scenery.
Oh, yeah?
There was a couple gals down here walking on the pier watching us fishing. And, oh, that was a little one. And that's one thing that I find with this. A lot of times the little ones will really chase it. But it was hard for us to concentrate on the fishing because of the scenery. Well, it's nice to have a little cooler temperature. Boy, we've been paying for it. I don't know what there is about the heat this year, but oh man. I think it's got to have been humidity. Does it seem to you like it's been a lot more humid? Or,
Yeah, it's been a humid year, yeah.
or is it just normal?
Well, it's normal weather. Yeah, even right up in November and whatnot, I've been in shorts in November.
That's one of the most exciting fights there is a branch.
Stick 'em, stick 'em.
Now see, that flounder was hard to get up.
Oh yeah.
And so those ones that we have had clamp onto the bait and not get hooked, are probably about that size, or maybe bigger. I've never caught a really big flounder. 24-inch is biggest I've caught. I would love to get in some really big flounder.
Yeah, try to get in some of them 35 inches.
That's down at Beaufort, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how the fishing is at Beaufort now.
I've heard it's good.
You know, something I noticed about the flounder around your place, Chalkawinity or along the bank there on the Pamlico, there's a bunch of little ones, and then the big ones are really big. And I'm wondering if that's because of the gill netting. That the big ones are too big for the mesh. Because I know nothing about the gill netting.
Well, stay off of that finger there, brother.
Oh, you were using the tractor.
Yeah,
Oh, here, I got some better pliers.
Okay.
These are longer.
I've got some that's in there.
I'm going to guess right at 15.
Yeah.
If not, he'll be close.
Yeah, but he swallowed that damn hook, so.
Oh, he swallowed that, didn't he? Yeah.
Just about eat a damn thing.
Now I got forceps here. Ah, you got her. Okay.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, he makes it. Yep. The second mark.
15, 14.
Yep. Yep.
That's like 15 there.
Yep. Didn't have the camera going, did I? Darn it. Yeah.
Damn it. Didn't have the camera going, huh?
No. Well, Striker, oh, yeah, he just barely got hooked. That's okay. He's in the boat. That's all that matters, isn't it?
That's it. He might make it, too.
Oh, yeah, he'll go. He's about 16. Got rid of that. That's called quick release. Yeah, I was thinking I had a striper or something.
Chased it down and took it, didn't he?
Yeah, he's just about like the one you got there. Into the fish box.
Yeah, we keep that up. We're liable to limit out on him.
Yeah. I'll straighten him out a little bit. Get down in there. Well, ain't that a hoot? I think I am. And another one bites the dust, and that's number 5, ain't it?
Yeah.
And that was,
Swallowed that thing too.
yeah, you saw that, didn't you?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was a thump like a bass. But you know, they are an awful lot like a bass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Jeff, we only got 3 more to go.
Yeah. I think he swallowed that one, man.
I don't think we're going to have to measure him. You notice the difference. When they get this size, he was cutting water.
Yeah.
Come on, open it. There you go. Well-trained flounder. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Well, I don't know if it's because of the tractor or we just got a good smell to our baits, but you know, this is every bit as good as the good old days, ain't it? Yeah, he'll go maybe 19.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I'll get you around there. You don't want to break it off. Jeff, this looks pretty nice in the fish box. I'm thinking I'm going to dump some ice on them. Then I'll have the one bag. I like to keep some ice in a bag on top of them. Get in there. And he was out. Deeper water. Oh, okay. How about your bobber? Is that in?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
He pulled that and back off the wall, or back off the wall there, wasn't it?
Okay, number 6 on the tractor.
Number 6.
Yeah. Damn it. Well, that took care of that. Broke me off. Yeah, well, it was my fault because I got it caught in the tongs here. Yeah. Don't want to get hooked. I took my mechanic out to Rose Bay and got him into some flounder. And got one in and I was going to de-hook it for him. He says, "Here, I'll hold it." And I said, "Don't put your finger in the mouth." Yeah. And you know, it's like telling a kid not to touch a hot stove.
Yeah.
And he drew back a bloody finger. It'll go about 19.
You got potatoes in the coleslaw already? I hear you. Let's go with hush puppies this week. Catching a few. Yeah. Oh yeah? Cool deal. Yeah, we sure will. I can't think of his name. I see he's right over there now. But we've been coming right through here and hitting these little boat docks a couple of times, you know, and it's paying off a couple of trips. We got 6 of them.
Oh, no, Jeff, no, don't tell people shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Thank you, hon. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry, but as tough as the fishing is, you know,
If they can't catch them, then it don't matter. You know what I mean? They can fish it all damn day long.
Okay, Jeff Miles just caught our 8th fish for a limit using the tractor and a belly dancer. And that's a nice fish. That looks like it'll go 18 anyway, or more than that maybe. Oh yeah, look at that, 21 maybe. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the long one. But you're familiar with that. Okay.
Right at 20 inches.
20 inches. Okay.
Yeah. But that's still a lot of fish, boy.
Okay. Now.
That thing's that thick, though.
Yeah, if you can dig around there and show some fish. Yeah.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah. Most of them have been about like that.
Another one.
Yeah, and a little guy, which we'd ordinarily be real happy with.
Oh, yeah. You have one that side. There's another big old flat.
That was the first one, I think, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and that was on the tractor. Let me show this thing. Jeff, congratulations.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks for the slimy hand.
Slimy hand there.
I'll do it anytime. But anyway, there's the tractor. And it's just a buzzbait blade, aluminum.
Yeah, and the thing fishes when you're fishing it, when you're pulling it up, and that blade twisting, and with that thing right there flapping, and then you got that little ball on it there.
Just to make enough to make a light click, which can be heard underwater. So it gives flash and makes clicking noise. And then we got the belly dancer tagging along behind.
Very fine rig there, Rod. You come up nice with a nice rig there, brother.
Well, I'm so happy.
I like that one.
I'm happy that you got that big one.
Well,
we've limited, so you can't ask for better than that, can you?
Can't get no more than that. I mean, geez, we still caught, what, another 4 or 5 more that was smaller? Too small, 4 or 5 more.
Oh, yeah, at least, yeah.
And a trout.
And then, you know, I've had some that I just dilly-dallied around the back of the boat, or the side of the boat, and let them get off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was another 4 or 5.
Hey, why don't you trail that thing in the water a little bit so we can see it?
Okay.
Yeah, it isn't just a buzzbait blade. We've got some prism tinsel on it. So that thing just flashes like crazy. And look at that, how it rides up above the bait.
Yeah, and then you drop it, when it drops back down, it glides it back. It makes it go.
Yeah, it actually flutters on the way down.
Yeah.
I'm just excited about trying that on trout and puppy drum. Ha. Well,
put one back, this one right here.
but Jeff, we got our limit.
Hey, limited out, brother. All right.
Well, that's super. Okay, Jeff, thanks for a good day.
Wonderful day there, right? Last one goes doggone waste like that. My last.
Look at this guy. We got our limit of big flounder in the fish box, and he can't give up. He got to catch another one.
One more. Oh,
you know, it's worse than gambling.
It is.
Yeah, next cast is going to be a big one.
Yeah, that's what I kept saying there, kept saying, and it finally came in.
Okay, it's September 24th, Bath, North Carolina.
I was hoping that we'd get one more for the film, for the camera, but...
Okay, you got the gear put away?
Yeah, just pull the anchor off and drive out a little bit, and then we'll toast it.
Like Herman and I was saying last year at Juniper Bay when we were getting trout every cast, we said, this is the good old days.
Yeah.
But I think there's a saying that goes along with this. I think it's every dog has his day or something like that.
That too, brother.
You know, my only regret is that I didn't keep the camera going all the time, and it's hard to tell, you know.
Oh yeah, you can't keep catching on everyone, but you know, I think you probably go through and get a pretty good footage out of it.
Well, this calls for a Coke, and my Coke is in your ice chest, because for some reason or other this one's kind of filled up.
Hey, done. There's the Coke.
I wish it was a whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey Coke. Whiskey Coke and rye, my man.
Well, I'm glad you suggested we came back and try this corner.
This corner's been hot.
And
Still some big flounder.
And I'm kind of wondering about the flounder. The last few flounder we caught were the ones without the spots. They're ones more tan colored. Those are either one's summer flounder and one's southern. That, you know, they all taste good.
They're supposed to be all spotted up, from what I understand. Southern flounder, summer flounder, and the winter flounder is the other.
Winter flounder is supposed to be just almost extinct. Then numbers have been cut way back from what I've heard. So this is how many days after the hurricane? Today's the 20.
A week and 2 days.
Yeah. Hard to imagine how high the water was here. Yeah, the Pamlico reached record
it was up there at them white rails on that house there. You know it was up in these rest of these.
Mm-hmm. But it's amazing how everything can recover pretty well. Look at that log up there, though.
Yeah.
Truly amazing. What is the deal on that? I wonder. Did it just float up there and get caught, or did they drag it up there?
No, it floated up there.
Oh yeah, look how it pushed the dock over to the side.
Yeah. Trying to tell which docks were really built well and which won't.
Well, you know, this is what I'm thinking. As horrible as that hurricane was, now I'm not making light of what damage there was, but I'm surprised there was more damage. And pointed right at the quarter deck, and the water was up to almost to the railings that you see 2/3 of the way up from the water level now. Really something.
When I saw the picture of it on